at AM 1030 and FM 103.3. Spencer, good morning to you.
Good morning.
We got two great guests in studio from WashDOT, Washington Department of Transportation, talking about some upcoming signage and some information on zipper merging. Doug Adamson and Christy Ott. Good morning to you both.
Hey, thanks for having us here.
Good morning.
It is a big conversation. We've been talking about it all morning here on just how the zipper merge works and how folks should play nice with everybody out there on the roadways, and sometimes that just does not happen. So this is coming at the 101 and the 8 interchange, and it's a congested area because lots of folks travel from Shelton and Mason County into Thurston every single day. About, some folks will say half the county leaves Mason County either towards Olympia or up to Bremerton. And right there where it goes down to 2 lanes to 1 lane before you get back on the 101, it can be pretty backed up at times.
There's a lot of people, you're right, who commute, who live here in beautiful Mason County and can go over to work in the job center in Thurston County and then come back. And we know about this congestion. We've seen this for years. And the backup can actually get all the way up towards Steamboat Island.
sure.
It's pretty remarkable. So we're proposing, we're coming forward with something we're asking drivers to help us out with. We have 2 lanes there.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we build both lanes, and we want people to use those lanes. So in terms of when it's congested through there, we're asking the drivers, hey, listen, use both of those lanes. You've already paid for them. Use them. Get up to the top, and when it's congested, begin to zipper merge in. When you're in that left-hand lane, we need your help. The person in the right lane is not cheating.
Sure.
That person is using the lane. They're going through there, and it's kind of funny. It's always the other guy who's just some crazy driver, and it's never you.
Yeah, I know how that is.
And so if drivers can say, yeah, I'll let this person in, it's something where every single person can have an individual effect and be able to reduce congestion and have it be a direct result of that.
Sarah, this is in the driver's ed books, right? Is this something that is taught normally for drivers when they get out there into the roadways, that this is how roads can work like this? I mean, were we once taught this and then forgot when we see the lane is ending in a half mile? Oh my gosh, I better get over. I don't know. Tell me about that.
Yeah, people I think grow up trying to be polite, right? You do the right thing, get in line, be polite. And that makes sense when it's highway speed, right? When things are easy, free flowing, that makes a lot of sense. But during the congested conditions, when the vehicles are stacking up in that left lane, that's really what we're asking for. Is it's okay to be polite and use both lanes and cooperate at the end of the merge.
And it actually helps everyone move through at a little better pace.
Exactly, yeah. Speeds are a little bit more uniform. We don't get that shockwave effect of people stopping and then starting and then someone jumps in. It's even, it's free flow, it's helping, sharing the space equally.
Yeah.
So why aren't people doing this now? Like you said, they've forgotten how to do this, or they're just not thinking about the other people and how it's all kind of a dance going down the highway?
Well, we're part of it too, and that's why we're going to be changing the signs up there. The signs do say the right lane ends, and then the drivers are moving over. So we will be, as part of this, to change the signs, and the signs are pretty simple. When congested, use both lanes and then take turns merging. So we'll be a part of this, but it's really the key linchpin is for drivers to cooperate. Use that right lane, and if you're in the left lane, let that fellow in.
I saw some video that you guys have put together on the YouTube, and it's been shared about a lot, and it really kind of explains how this works. And there's no alternative here because there's only the allowance for 1 lane under that bridge. You'd have to do some major work, which would cause even more long-term backups if you were to replace things or widen things. I'm not even, because there's those hills and those berms. Hey, it's a mess over there.
And first you have to have the money to do it.
Sure.
And there is no funding source set aside for something like that. So what we're looking at is, hey, we'll put up some signs and we'll ask drivers to help out. And what an incredible way to help reduce congestion with a bit of investment and a lot of driver cooperation without having to demolish to bridge. two bridges that you go under. Expand it, have all the impacts for the people who are driving through there for a long time. But at first, that would be all predicated on having the money, which there is none to do that.
There is none. So just some signage and some awareness and some common sense / niceties, I guess, is the way to think about this. So once again, both cars are going down the 2 lanes. They see the signs. You don't have to get over right away. You still have a mile or a half mile before the merge happens. And we don't want to get to a spot where we're, for example, like at a 4-way stop and somebody goes, no, you go, no, you go, no, you go, no, you go.
Yeah, and then
but let the
chaos.
person in front of you go, and then the person behind, and like I've been explaining, it kind of comes together like a zipper does. Is that
Exactly. Yeah, just taking turns. One, right, left, right, left, right. It'll work pretty easily. We have other points on our system where this is really similar, and people do it really easily now. So I know we can do this.
Sure.
With cooperation, we can do it.
One thing I've always done driving is when you see a sign that says like lane ends ahead or something, or fast lane closed up ahead, or is assuming that no one at the end, if you wait too long, people can be jerks and they're not going to let you in. So I tend to go somewhere in the middle, like not right when I see the sign the lane's ending, but I don't wait till the last minute either. And I'm wondering, like, what is the best for flow of traffic and stuff to get over when you see, in a general circumstance, to get over when you first see that sign, assuming the guy at the end's not going to let you in at the last minute. And I always hate as a driver when people do that when you're going down the highway. I know this is a little bit different, but people waiting to the last second because they want to be speeding by at 80 miles an hour. Then they're like, oh, okay, I've been warned all along to do this, but I'm waiting till right now to do it, and then that causes a bunch
But that's
of
the whole
back and
point of the zipper merge. That's a
avoid that, yeah.
usable lane until it's no longer a usable lane.
Right. We're not robots, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to have an absolute
Sure.
perfect driver behavior, but we can do better than what we're doing today, and that's
Sure.
the goal of this project is
That's good.
reduce the queuing, cooperate with each other. We'll make it better.
Anything that makes the flow better, I'm all for. So.
What else is up in the works here? So with the signage is coming in, I had another question come in earlier today, and I know this is off topic, but over Marvin Road, the double diamond and all that stuff, how's that coming along?
We've just went through probably one of the most major traffic effects, and we're done. We're completed with that. So you can get easily to the businesses north, south. If you're heading up to the Hawks Prairie area, there are no long-term detours or closures, so you can get through quite easily, and the construction's moving right along. I do want to mention, though, northbound I-5 through Nisqually this weekend, Father's Day weekend, will have major traffic effects if you're heading to Seattle on Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon, northbound I-5 only. We'll have one lane closed around the clock for some pretty heavy-duty construction through there. So go early in the day, go late in the day. If you're going to go up and see Dad on Sunday, give yourself lots and lots of extra time, or
That's
you'll be late.
10 p.m. Friday to 4 a.m. Monday. And because we were talking about that, and it's we were likening it to when the Amtrak derailment happened, and people either had to go Gig Harbor, State Route 3 through Shelton to get around, or go through Yelm on 520, and that's a nightmare. I mean, that's a long detours for folks, but it's a necessity there to get those.
Because of geography, Puget Sound, we're landlocked in that area, and there really is no good alternative. Now, if I'm going to Seattle, I'm taking the ferry.
Sure.
If I'm in Shelton, I'm going to take the ferry through Bremerton. That would be my personal
absolutely.
joke, to go over there and see Dad and avoid it. But if you have to go, if you really have to go, go before 9 o'clock in the morning or after 9 o'clock at night, because we all know all of Seattle comes down through Nisqually on Friday night, and then there's a parade of vehicles that are heading back after spending the weekend on the coast and the mountains and the ocean. And then traffic backs up, especially in that Sunday afternoon. So it's bad now. Imagine what it's going to be like during this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. This weekend and next weekend,
This
too,
weekend
right?
and the following weekend. And we know it's Father's Day, and we get it, but we have a short window to do this construction for the entire summer. If we could do something like this in November, we would.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Yeah, sure.
Doug and Sarah, nice to see you here, both talking with us about a whole host of issues for Washed Out related. We'll see you again probably in another couple days or so to keep reminding folks about this, and
We'd love to be back on.
for sure. Very cool.
Thanks, guys.